got the girl been drinking feeling loose and going up on that Tuesday. Girl got me drinking feeling loose and I don't know what to do and then dan 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 yeah dan dan yeah dan 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 whoa dan 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 down 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 down. What do you mean you didn't expect this? I tried to do the streams on Sundays. Things just kind of got away from me because of life and stuff. So the goal has been to the review will probably come up this week. I was gonna have it come up today, but family wanted to do stuff and Thanksgiving's coming up, so it's gonna be probably this week. I probably will do it and get it finished around Thanksgiving or Black Friday or some point. But we're still gonna do another Manic episode. We're gonna do another Manic episode. Because we're back on the grind and the money is time and I'm ready to go. No. I thought you were done for tonight. Why? What alluded to that? Usually if I don't tell you guys the Sword and Shield review, I'm gonna do that. The Sword and Shield review is coming later. Let's see. But we're still gonna do another Manic episode because we still got stuff to talk about. Still got it. My last video. I mean, no. This is about the VGAs. This isn't about Oh, you meant the episode review. Is that what you meant? The last video was going to be the last time I talked about Pokemon Sword and Shield before it came out. But I'm still going to talk about, but I still need to review the game. Like, that's just, that's something that has to happen. So that is still happening. Let's see. I'm just waiting for a few people to show up here. I did this later than I wanted to, particularly because my sister wanted to watch a movie, so I didn't get to go out. I didn't get to do what I wanted to do earlier because I finished going to the gym. My sister's like, we need to go watch Black and Blue, and I was like, fuck. Oh, I did say that in the video. I was hoping to have the stream started before that episode review went up. And things did not work out that way. So that's why it is the way it is now. So yeah. What, the game? Yeah, I beat Sword and Shield already. But that's not what we're gonna talk about tonight. What we're gonna talk about tonight is this video game awards nonsense and the problem that is presented, because I got a lot of people there were a few people on Twitter who tried to defend the situation that comes with Game of the Year this year, which was obviously the issue that is why the fuck did Death Stranding get nominated so fucking much. Actually, I'll wait one more minute and then we'll really get into it. But like that's the premise of this first half. It's gonna be like, why in the fuck? Why? I hated that even in a year when Nintendo essentially killed it, we still struggle to maintain any relevance on this fucking nomination board, on top of the fact that we're still playing this Kojima is God nonsense. And when I say Kojima is God nonsense, I mean that in the sense that, like, we refuse to refuse him. Or let me phrase this. Jeff Keighley refuses to refuse him. But what's up, Static? What's up, Lightning? I think the only two I've seen comment so far. It says I have 8 viewers, but I think you guys are the only 2 I've seen consistently commenting so far. Unless I missed somebody. No, it's just you 2. So as other people pop in and start chatting, we'll get into it. But yeah, let's go ahead and fucking talk about it. Now, we can talk about there's different aspects of the Video Game Awards. It's not only, I guess the first part, as a Nintendo fan, I want to talk about that nonsense first. So Nintendo, I think most people, hey, what's up, Orion Sword? So we're talking about the Video Game Awards. The nominees came out, I think, Tuesday, and needless to say, people were pissed for multiple different reasons. What's up, Melvin? So I'm gonna have that kind of take up a good chunk of the screen, so you can kind of see while we go through it, and hopefully the site doesn't want to be a piece of shit, because the site has been known to be a piece of shit. So let's see. It's not even showing anything. That's crazy. What in the world? Come on, yo. Is this what we're doing? I just wanted to show the website, of course. They couldn't just let me show the fucking website, 'cause that would have been too fucking easy. So let's try that. Oh no, I hate this fucking thing. Oh, we're gonna talk about that nonsense. That's why I said there's different tiers to this Game Awards nonsense. So I'm gonna have to, like, since I can't just put up the website like I want to. What's up, Brian? What's up, Period? Also, I don't know if I told you, but Period, you are a mod here. I don't know if you knew that beforehand, but you know now that you are indeed a mod. What's up, Mars? So let's get into it. So, all right. So first things first. Damn it! There has to be a way I can do this properly. The site is ass. The fact that I can't just put it up here. How can I do this? Oh, I got an idea. I'm gonna try something. This is a little annoying on my part, but I need this to be stated from jump. So the first thing I'm gonna do, this might take me a little bit longer, guys, but I feel like this needs to be shown as a picture, because I don't want you just going off of what I'm saying. I want you to see this shit. Okay, that was all the, all right, let's do, so we're gonna start with Game of the Year, but we're also gonna do fighting games. So real quick, because I thought this thing would just show up and it did not. We're going to save that. And we're going to put up fighting game first, because I find fighting game really fucking offensive. Where are you? Gee, there's so much esport nonsense. It's fucking ridiculous. Which is a whole nother issue I have. The VGAs this year just have a bunch of fucking issues. And to be fair, I recognize that this has become a corporate jerk-off thing. Like, there is no, like, there's barely any legitimacy to this thing. Even when, I mean, because think about it, even when Breath of the Wild won that year, it still didn't get the respect it deserved. We still had to, like, kind of, it only won, like, 2 awards, even though most people would have told you it killed it this year, because we couldn't just let them have it. So let's talk about the Game of the Year awards. Let's talk about these fucking things. So, if you can see this, I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit. You have Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro, Smash Brothers, Smash Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds. I think of these fucking nominees, well, I expected you to abuse your mod privileges, Period. Of these fucking nominees, I'll be real with you, I didn't know what the fuck Control was until this shit came out. That's how much of a mark or radar that Control stuck out for me. Death Stranding, I kind of expected because it's Kojima, which is a problem in itself. But you got Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, which is a remake, which was really fucking good. As someone who played it on stream, I recognize the quality of Resident Evil 2. Sekiro, which was a pretty positively received game. Smash Ultimate because it was too late last year because it came out in December. It came out, I think, I think it was the night before it launched. Like the night before it launches when the awards happened. And The Outer Worlds, which was a highly anticipated game because it was from old like Fallout New Vegas developers. Fallout New Vegas being one of what people consider one of the best games. So the first problem with this list, I think, to be fair, overall, I don't think the list is too bad. I think Resident Evil 2, I think is justified. I think Sekiro is justified. I think Smash is justified. I would even say The Outer Worlds is justified. The worst two things on this fucking list to me is the fact that the only reason why I think is that Control's on here. I don't know why the fuck Control's on here. I think it's the lowest rated game of all of these titles. And no one has said, and it just came out. At least Death Stranding had a bunch of notoriety behind it because of fucking Kojima. What the fuck is Control? Now, for the humor of it, let's play some Control footage in the background because I don't know what the fuck this game is. Not saying it's bad, not saying it's trash, but for a game to have this little of fanfare, I just find it a little weird to me. So I'm gonna copy, and we're gonna post that. We're gonna hide this for a second. We don't need that right now. No, I don't want to do that. I want to post a YouTube link. Webpage. There we go. Sorry, this is gonna be kind of haphazard because this shit just annoyed the fuck out of me. Is that muted? That is muted. I don't want to deal with the ad, but you're gonna make me do it, aren't you? So we'll leave Control up here for the sake of it. Now, for a game that literally had like barely any hype or fanfare behind it, because here's the thing: I haven't played Outer Worlds, I haven't played Death Stranding, but I 100% knew of both of those games because of everyone talking about it. The game had a sense of hype, build up, there was excitement there. This fucking title right here, this shit came out of fucking nowhere. And then we obviously had the other elephant in the room, Death Stranding. Let's actually jump into some gameplay because I don't want to sit here the whole fucking time. There we go. Then we have Death Stranding. And here's the thing. We all knew it was going to be on this list, but the problem I have with it is the reason why we knew it was going to be on the list. It wasn't because the game was God tier and it was so fucking good. The reason why we figured this game was going to be on the list is because it's the Video Game Awards hosted by Jeff Keighley, who has spent the last, I want to say, 2 or 3 years sucking this man's dick. So of course we assumed that no matter what the quality of Death Stranding was, it was going to be on this list purely because it's also because Kojima's on the fucking board. Now, as people tried to explain on Twitter about how the board isn't the 100%, isn't like the yay and nay crew, let's be real here. The Game Awards, pretty much after the first year, became essentially a bunch of product placement. Now, granted, it already was. That's why the Game Awards has a bunch of different game reveals and announcements and trailers seen for the first time. It's a marketing shtick. I find it a little weird, though, as Baron said in his video. Why is Kojima, a developer, the only motherfucker who's a developer who's on this board? Everyone else owns a company. I mean, like, it's a part of like a big gaming studio like Microsoft or Sony or Ubisoft or Nintendo. Like, that shit makes sense. Why is he the only one that's on this board but like holds no high power other than being obviously the president of Kojima Studios or Kojima Productions and some shit? This shit looks shady. And what makes it worse is that Jeff Keighley didn't even want to just recognize it. Bruh, no matter what you say, this shit is going to look shady as fuck. Because we already knew, because you know that we know that you have made it really painfully. Like, I can't believe that he hadn't seen people meme the fuck out of him. Or like, get or make fun of him for this Kojima obsession he has. Like, there's no fucking way he doesn't know what was going to happen when he put out this thing And this game got 10 fucking nominations. And I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind if you think this game is Game of the Year. And it's going to piss you off. It's going to piss me off and most gamers to see this game win a bunch of fucking awards. And I'm just like, this is like, here's the thing. When we lost the Video Game Awards a while back before this version appeared, it kind of sucked because we kind of liked the award show. But we wanted like a legitimate award show where like actual games would be truly recognized for the quality that they were. And I realistically don't believe that what we got was really was worth it. And like you're saying, Orion, it's in so many motherfucker. You bastard. Well, the ad's about to end, it looks like. Nah, fuck it. You still don't get it. But like you're saying, Orion, it's in so many fucking categories. And I'm sitting here in the back like, you don't think anyone was going to look at this and think this is a little sketchy? And if it, I swear to God, I would take, I think other than Control, I can handle any other game for the most part winning Game of the Year. Now, if you ask me what my personal pick would be of the Game of the Year nominees, which are these fucking titles, I'll hide this for a second. Are these fucking titles, the ones I'm the most comfortable with is either Resi 2, Smash, or Outer Worlds, because I've heard amazing things about Outer Worlds. Sekiro, I think, from what I heard, was a good game, but I wouldn't like. Granted, like I said, as long as it's not Death Stranding or Control, I'm pretty cool with the rest of them. But the most cool I would be is probably personally would be Resi 2 and Smash, preferably Smash, because I feel like of all the fucking developers you want to sit here and celebrate, Sakurai is better. I don't give a fuck what you say. Now look, I'm not saying Kojima doesn't deserve props, but you can't tell me Sakurai doesn't deserve some love because you didn't give him shit. He doesn't get no love 90% of the fucking time, and it's frustrating, yo. It's absolutely frustrating. In Static, that's the other point that's important. It's a conflict of interest. When you're on the board and your game is on the board, it does not work. Now, some people equate that to, well, Nintendo, Doug Bowser's on the board, but fucking Smash Brothers is on the board. There's a difference between a game from your company being nominated and you and the fucking host having this really close relationship, and to the point where it's like people don't trust it. Like when God of War won last year, people may have had their issues against that game, but it wasn't like, I don't know, man, I feel like Jeff Keighley was in there shaking some hands and sucking some knobs, like, versus like if Death Stranding wins, it's literally going to be, oh, that's not a real award. I personally believe Sakurai deserves it. I think he deserves the props. Because here's the kicker, even though the Game Awards has always been corrupt as shit, and it's just like any other award show, I think as gamers, we still want the games that we love to death to get the notoriety they deserve. And granted, Smash will always have its financial successes and the fans, but I think, personally, Sakurai deserves a motherfucking trophy to go on that motherfucking next to the rest of his other trophies, to where the rest of the gaming populace had to stand up, look at that man and go, you deserve that shit. Versus this, other than that, on top of that, it's frustrating to me that you would give Game of the Year to a game that is objectively worse than Smash Brothers. And some people would go, you can't compare the games because they're two different genres. That's not the point. I'm talking about in terms of what they both aim to do. Smash is a beautiful fucking fighter. Gorgeous. You can never say that game isn't worth the money you put into it. $60 I think isn't even enough. There is no other fighting game that has over going into 80 fucking characters versus Death Stranding. That's a Strand game that wasn't reviewed well because realistically the game comes off of monotonous as fuck. regardless of its symbolism and its story that can come off really fucking telegraph and confusing all at the same time. Like, realistically, Smash is better in its own genre than, like, fucking Death Stranding is as its own genre. But that's a personal thing. And like I said, that's only one of my issues with the fucking VGA. That's the kicker. So we're going to get rid of this photo because this photo doesn't mean anything. I'll put up the control footage for a second. I'm going to get rid of the photo. We're going to pull up the second biggest bullshit. And I think Studio's going to get a kick out of this one because this shit was stupid. When I saw this shit, I was like, you're out of your fucking mind. Yeah, here it is. Look at this. Look at this fucking nonsense right here. So here we have the nominees for Best Fighting Game. Now, for those who can't read it, it is... Let me see if I can make it a little bigger. I'm essentially going to get obstructed completely, but fuck it. You have Dead or Alive 6, Jump Force, Mortal Kombat 11, Samurai Showdown, and Smash Brothers. Smash Ultimate, right? Sakurai would never get the credit he receives, and he would never receive credit unless he puts Goku in Smash. So here we go. I mean, listen, I don't have anything against people being interested in Death Stranding, but we're talking about Game of the Year. We're not talking about, like, if it's going to be a fun game or not. We're talking about Game of the Year. Like, regardless if it's a fun game or not is irrelevant. We're talking about Game of the Year. That's completely different to me. But alright, so let's go through these fighting game nominees, and I have my issues with some of this shit. So, Dead or Alive 6, I think mechanically is a fun-ass game, but has a lot of bad press on it. I feel like this is a pity vote. I'll be real with you. I think this is super pity. Because, let's be real here, Dead or Alive 6 came out, and no one really fucking talked about it after. Even though it's had patches and shit. Nobody's talked about this game afterwards. I feel bad because these are one of these games that's like mechanically fun as hell, but like no one will ever truly acknowledge properly, and that's a shame because I think it's a fun game. I'm gonna get to this piece of shit. I don't even like the fact that Sanji's the goddamn thumbnail. I'm gonna get to this piece of shit in a second. Mortal Kombat 11 is probably, if it's not Smash, it's probably gonna be Mortal Kombat. I don't necessarily believe it should be Mortal Kombat. This has been the game that's gotten the most notoriety. I could understand it, but I don't agree with it. Yeah. DOA 6 is a fun game. I'm not denying that. I just don't feel like they're going to give it to it. Mortal Kombat 11 is the more realistic pick. Samurai Showdown, I think, is just too small for its own good. I think its brand recognition is what's fucked it up. Not necessarily that the game is bad. I just don't think it's going to get the love it deserves. And Smash Ultimate would be the other clear runaway winner. Some of you, now you say that Smash Brothers no contest, but here's the kicker, and it gets into another issue I have. I don't think they're going to let Nintendo run away with too many fucking awards. They do this every fucking year. Where, like, even Breath of the Wild winning, it only won, like, what was it, 2 awards? 2 or 3 awards? It was, like, best action adventure game, and it was Game of the Year, I think. Let's talk about this fucking Jump Force nonsense. Are you out of your fucking mind? If you don't even understand, I need all the screen real estate for this bitch. I need all of it. Are you out of your fucking mind? There ain't no way. This just makes you look. This just makes you, other than obviously Madaki not being DLC is a problem in its own right. But like, this is what kills your legitimacy. You put this on the list because it was the only other fighting game that had some type of hype behind it when it came out. And it is a 2019 game, right? So I get it. I understand part of it. But the game isn't good. The game isn't good. The game isn't even what I would consider close to being good. And so you put it on the fucking list next to DOA 6 with beautiful fucking animations and jiggle physics out the wazoo. Fucking Mortal Kombat 11, which has a lot of social justice nonsense with its character designs, with its female character designs, but still visually looks gorgeous. Samurai Showdown that has a very unique fucking art style and looks great. I'm not a fan of it using blood, but whatever. And Smash Brothers Ultimate, which is also another amazing looking fucking game. And you put this garbage ass game that essentially is a reskin version of J-Star's Victory Plus, but with less characters, less interesting gameplay, but very similar gameplay, and just looks better. It looks better. Its roster is worse. It's just not. The animations are worse. The game looks better on the PS fucking 3, and you got access to more iconic characters, and you're still putting in DLC for characters who were in other games. Why in the fuck did you even put this piece of shit on here, yo? I would have took anything else, yo. I would have just said fuck it. Give me four nominees. I don't need 5 because some of these nominees lists are inconsistent anyway. Some of them are 5, some of them are 6, some of them are 4. Give me 4 for fighting games. I could justify every other fighting game except Jump Force just wasn't a good game. Jump Force is generally, I just don't think it's a good game. And most of the people agree with me that it's not a good game. That game sold off of visuals alone. Now, part of me is happy because it's anime fighting game representation, but it's not good. It's not good. It's not good at all. So fuck you. Now, here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker we're gonna get into that I find a little offensive, though. And I should have had this pulled up, but I'm gonna look for it real quick. Because there's a few other things about this fucking thing that's annoying as shit. And it's not just that. Let's look into it. So, this is what frustrates me. Now, I understand why they did this, but I don't agree with it. So, I don't really feel I need to put up a picture for this because most of us don't really give a fuck. So, they put up let me remove. Yeah, let's remove that. We also have esports event, and then we also have esports game of the year. So what I find a little weird is that we have Overwatch as one of the esports events, Evo, which makes sense, Fortnite, I guess that's Rocket League, League of Legends, and I don't even know what the fuck that is. The International 2019. That might be another over thing. That might be another esports game. I'm guessing that might be Counter-Strike. That's my guess. I have no fucking idea. But here's the thing. You put Evo 2019 in this bitch. And the reason why I find this weird is that it talks about the esports event, which these are all esports events. Evo 2019 being what most people consider the fighting game event of the year. What I find fucking ridiculous then is when you scroll down to esports game of the year, you see representation for Counter-Strike. You see representation for Dota 2, Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch. But do you find it weird that you have 6 fucking nominees for esports event, but you only have 5 nominees for esports game of the year? Where the fuck is the Evo representation? Why is it nominated as one of the esports events of the year, but you didn't nominate any game on Evo? Now, personally, I would have put Smash here. I think Smash is the game that deserves to be here, personally. But I would have literally took... I'm trying to... Because obviously this isn't about a year, because Overwatch and Counter-Strike are on here. You could have put Tekken. You could have put Street Fighter. Put something. Why is there no fighting game representation for esports game of the year? You got your fucking shooters, you got Dota 2 and Fortnite and League of Legends, but you couldn't put no fighting game on this bitch? Why? Why in the fuck? And obviously this extends to fucking like esports host and esports player, which once again only refers to like Overwatch, CS:GO, League of Legends, Fortnite, like esports team, CS:GO, League of Legends, CS:GO, Dota 2. Actually, I don't even know why CS:GO isn't considered an esport game. That's a little weird, but whatever. Oh, fuck you, ads, yo. And that's what irks me even more. Actually, didn't Undernight Inbirth come out this year? Why didn't they put that on as a fucking as an esports title over fucking something or over Overwatch? I mean not Overwatch. Over Jump Force. Jump Force. Also, what's up, Richie? So my other issue is that there's no fighting game representation with these fucking with these esports, which is kind of stupid. There should be some fighting game representation, in my opinion. Now, granted, personally, as I said, I would view it to be Smash, but that's whatever. And then it kind of crosses over with esports. The content creator seems fucking dumb. I'm a little annoyed at that too. The content creator of the year. But that's not really what I'm going to press on. So the final thing I'm going to talk about, and I think Juice talked about it in his, let me cut it out real quick because I want this to be stated, is what I view as being one of the most offensive things that still exists. And I think partially it's due to Nintendo themselves allowing it, but I think it doesn't make it any less infuriating. And that is, let's pull it up because I find this shit just as fucking annoying. We got Family Game of the motherfucking year. Once again, there's still other shit I need to talk about. This shit is absolutely annoying as fuck to me. That Nintendo had a bunch of fucking games and 90% of, and like half of them are right here. Luigi's Mansion 3 is now considered a family game. I get it because it's multiplayer. Ring Fit makes no fucking sense because Ring Fit Adventure is a single player title. What the fuck? Super Mario Maker 2, I think Mario and Yoshi shit is considered family oriented. Luigi's Mansion 3, that to me that's just offensive. I think that's literally they just didn't know where else to put it. Which actually, speaking of things, and what irks me is that like this is a way of like downplaying a lot of these successes by fucking having Nintendo games relegated to this like box, this stupid ass box over here. No, damn it, the stupid ass box over here under family title. Like you can throw some of these things into other genres. Actually, this is the only time I think Luigi's Mansion shows up, which is fucking insane to me, yo. And we're not even done. We got a few other things I find a little infuriating. Let's talk about... I also don't understand the context of this shit, but let's talk about... Let's talk about role-playing game, yo. Let's talk about that. I don't even want to show you the list for that one. Because one of these games I just don't recognize, which is Disco Elysium. I had never heard of Disco Elysium. But for a role-playing game, they have Final Fantasy XIV, which I'm assuming it's based off an expansion. Kingdom Hearts 3, Monster Hunter Worlds Iceborne, which is like an expansion, and The Outer Worlds. I can understand The Outer Worlds. I don't understand why we're still ragging on it. Yeah. I don't understand how you can nominate expansions. Now, I think the reason why they're doing it is because they didn't have a lot of RPGs come out. So what they've done is they've just essentially used the DLC expansions for certain games to cover the gap. Because I think the only two games you could kind of get away with putting up here is fucking Kingdom Hearts and Outer Worlds. And I guess maybe Disco Elysium, but I don't know anything about that title to really talk about it. Kingdom Hearts 3 should have been under action game, which I don't even think it is. Where is the fucking action game? They got fucking Fire Emblem under strategy game, which, although I understand, like, it's also a role-playing game. It's almost like they didn't want to put it up here. Fucking Fire Emblem is considered a strategy RPG, but for some stupid fucking reason, it's only under role-playing. It's only under strategy game. They should have just combined role-playing and strategy games, because there isn't that much of a difference. The good news is that means, for the most part, fucking Fire Emblem should run away with an award. It should have been in more things. It should have been in more things, but fine. If that's where you're going to put it, cool. Because actually they end up... Yeah, there is no JRPGs. It's just RPG and strategy. They should have just combined those two and mixed it properly. Because I 100% believe that fucking strategy, that Fire Emblem should have been in role-playing game. It's more of an action game, if anything. Like, if I was gonna put it in any genre, I would have put Kingdom Hearts in as an action game, not a fucking role-playing game. It's an action game with role-playing elements. Like, granted, it's better than some games. It's more advanced than a lot of games, but like, it's still more of an action game than an RPG. And then you go look at action games. Here's the kicker: you go look at action games, and what you see is pretty much all the Game of the Year nominations, minus The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening and Borderlands 3. Those are the only two extras. I don't fucking... Death Stranding barely fucking counts as an action-adventure game. I understand why Control is here just based off of this gameplay. I can understand Resi 2. I can understand Sekiro. I can understand... Borderlands, I think, is more of an action RPG also. Because if I remember right, isn't Borderlands 3 like a fucking like... Isn't Borderlands 3 like an RPG with like shooting elements, or a shooting game with RPG elements? Like that one's kind of a mix. Death Stranding is barely an action game. And also, why is that the only sections up? But here's the kicker though. Here's the other kicker. You have action adventure game, and then you also have action game. What? Why do you have two sections, one of which includes the same damn... It's so dumb. They essentially created two action game categories. And here's the interesting thing. The action game that's the just solo action game fucking category includes fucking Metro Exodus, Gears 5, Devil May Cry 5, Call of Duty, Apex, and Astral Chain. Now, I haven't played a lot of Astral Chain to really talk about it personally, but I don't even have to just to look. I can look at that list and go, they ain't gonna give that to Astral Chain. That's almost like an automatic loss. It'll probably win. It'll probably be Devil May Cry 5 at best, or it'll be Call of Duty at worst. And I don't understand why there's two different sections. And here's the kicker, though. You have two different things. You have... I know there are weapons in it, Mars. I know there are weapons and stuff, and there are shooting sections. But they're so far and few between. YouTube took out your message about Death Stranding because I cuss. Are we still doing this? I turned off the stupid settings for that, too. YouTube needs to get their shit together, I swear. So here's the kicker. We have two action game nominees, but the other one's separated by like adventure. The other one is action adventure versus just action, which I think is just to give a chance for more than one of these games to win. I'm a little fucking frustrated though, because there are other titles that should have been in here. Actually, I think Kingdom Hearts should have been an action adventure. Because even though it's a disappointing Kingdom Hearts game, it's still a fun action game. Especially if you're going to nominate it for a role-playing game. Yeah, Devil May Cry is in there. Which I think is I think that's fair. I don't have an issue with DMC 5 being in there. Gears 5, I'm fine with. Apex Legends is a little fucking annoying, but whatever. I don't understand this fucking. I don't understand this nominee situation. And some of this shit's just not consistent. Certain games don't show up in the proper genres. Because also, let's real quick, let's talk about something I found a little bit, also a little fucking annoying. So we got role-playing game, and then we have best score and music. We have best score and music here. And the games that are in here, which is one of the weirdest mix of games that I would debate you need to add a bunch of other fucking titles to, is you only put, you put Cadence of Hyrule in here, but you didn't put Link's Awakening in here, which I find a little weird. So you put the game that uses a bunch of Zelda music, which uses a bunch of Zelda music, but you didn't put the Zelda remake game that came out. You put Death Stranding in here, which here's the thing. Death Stranding has a bunch of copyrighted fucking music anyway. So I don't even know if that's fucking justified to put that in there. You put Devil May Cry 5, which I've heard some of its OST, it's pretty good. Kingdom Hearts 3, which I could agree with. Kingdom Hearts has a great soundtrack. And Sayonara Wild Hearts. But, like, there's no Nintendo game in there for OST? The fuck? Fire Emblem should have been in there from jump. You didn't give it any other fucking... Man. This shit's a joke. This shit is a joke. And, like, just downright fucking offensive. There's so much weird shit. Then you got multiplayer game, but the games in here don't make any fucking sense. Like, the best multiplayer game is Apex Legends, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty, Tetris 99, and Tom Clancy's The Division 2. If Tom Clancy wins that section, you're out of your fucking mind. Don't think Borderlands should win that. And Apex Legends, it's either going to be Apex Legends or Call of Duty. I'm not saying they're not going to put Tetris 99 in there. I feel like that was just a weird... I feel like Nintendo asked for more gimmies this time around. So we got like a bunch of weird ass gimmies. And then the rest of this is just games I could give a fuck less about. Now, Pokemon Sword Shield has a lot of good music, but I think that's a game... I think right now, I think the controversy of that game would kind of robbed it of any potential of getting any nomination. Also, the game came out before these nominations came out. It's another game that would not be qualified for this year. It'll be qualified for next year because it came out too late. I'm frustrated, yo. There's so many things wrong, and that's what irks me. There's like just so many weird things wrong with this piece of shit. And it frustrates the fuck out of me, yo. Call of Duty being nominated is kind of what I expect. And to be fair, I've heard pretty positive things about the latest Call of Duty. I just don't think this shit was curated properly. I feel like this was a bunch of like, well, we got to shake some hands and make people happy. We got to make some people happy, and then we have to also be kind of legitimate with it. So what you end up getting is like a half-ass nominee listing that's kind of okay, but kind of like whatever. Actually, and looking at this gameplay, I would probably say Control looks like a better game than Death Stranding. But that's... Even then, people still didn't really talk about it that highly. And actually, it's actually lower rated than Death Stranding, which is interesting. But like I said, I haven't seen much of this. I don't know, man. I'm just frustrated. I just wanted to rant about it. Fire Emblem Three Houses is only in one fucking category. They got weird shit like an action adventure and an action game nominations. I'm just burnt the fuck out, bruh. This shit shouldn't exist. That's how far gone I am with this shit, bruh. This shit shouldn't fucking exist. That's where my head's at right now. And realistically, even if they give it to Smash, and I doubt that they will, if they give Smash, here's my theory. We're gonna take some theories on what we think is gonna win. If we're thinking Game of the Year, as much as I would love it to be, I don't think they'll give it the Resi 2 because it's a remake. Now, granted, it's a good ass fucking remake and it's fun as hell, but I don't think they'll give it the Resi 2. I don't think they'll give it the Sekiro. The only games that make the most sense to me that they might give it to, it's Death Stranding, Smash, or the Outer Worlds. The only reason why I can see them giving it to Outer Worlds is because of what Outer Worlds is, which is essentially Fallout New Vegas without being Fallout New Vegas, and it's had so many positive reviews that like people love it to death. I partly, as much as I would like them to give it to Smash, I don't think they're going to give it to Smash. Because for one, they always fuck Nintendo over with some dumb shit. And then two, because technically it's a 2018 game. They better not give it to Death Stranding. Death Stranding is where I'm actually leaning towards them giving it to. Because Jeff Keighley has no fucking shame. He does not give a fuck. Jeff Keighley has already told us, just through this nominees, that he does not give a flying fuck about what people think about him and his love for Kojima. So needless to fucking say, if he doesn't give a fuck enough to even respect this game, to respect the viewers' intelligence, to not throw Death Stranding up here 10 fucking times, I don't put anything past this man to not sit here and give this game, like, of the 10 nominations, it's probably going to get like 5 of them. It's probably going to get somewhere between 3 and 5 of them. I'm leaning towards 5, though. Which is fucking stupid. It's kind of like how last year I think Spider-Man was the better game over God of War, but a lot of people disagreed, so whatever. After playing Spider-Man, I definitely think it's really fucking good. I gotta play God of War to justify it, but still. I know it's just an opinion. I know it's his own opinion, Flaming Crystal Alchemist, but like, I as a fan of games, like I said, it doesn't even have to be just Nintendo shit. Like, I would be perfectly fine with Resi 2 winning. I would be fine with the Outer Worlds winning. At this point, I actually would be better off. I'd rather Control win than Death Stranding and this fucking nonsense. Control, I think at this point, I would justify more than fucking than Death Stranding. I feel like, because Death Stranding, I think at this point, I think this is Jeff Keighley's like final fuck you to Kojima. Like, I already know what his thought process is. It's like, fucking Konami fucked over Kojima, and Kojima's a really good developer, and he can prove himself and show that even without Konami, he can make great titles, right? This is Kojima's fucking storyline. I mean, yeah, this is Kojima's fucking storyline going on. So at the very end of it all, at the end of his journey, after he made his first game without Konami, it gets Game of the Year. I already fucking know what that's the thought process Jeff is running off of. And it's frustrating. Because I think there's a better man behind him that fucking deserves that fucking award. And his name is Sakurai. But I think that's it. I don't want to talk. I think I burnt myself out with Death Stranding nonsense. Control doesn't look bad, I'll tell you that. I mean, granted, I gotta watch a few reviews and playthroughs, but like, Control doesn't look that bad, and has cool ass force power, so that's always cool. But like I said, like I think Richie said it earlier, you watch it for the fucking game announcements, and hopefully that makes up for the nonsense that you're dealing with, because otherwise, fuck this shit. Because I'll sit through it like I did last year. But I'm sitting through it because of the announcements and the possibility that you would do the right thing. Let's see if they do the right thing. I just don't think he's going. I don't think Jeff's going to let them do the right thing. I think they're going to I think they're going to put Death Stranding as Game of the Year. And they'll give Smash the Pity Award with the Fighting Game of the Year. And it deserves both, personally, but we'll see. If Jump Force wins anything, someone's getting shot. Kingdom Hearts, I think. Actually, looking at, let's see, if I go down to role playing, what the fuck else was down there? It wasn't anything substantial, but let's look. Role play. I really don't think DLC expansion should fucking win. I think Kingdom Hearts 3. I'd probably rather go to Outer Worlds than Kingdom Hearts 3 and then give Kingdom Hearts 3 best music. But I will see how it goes. I hope the Smash DLC is something spiteful. Like another Metal Gear Solid character. Oh no, that would help him. I hope it's a Konami character just to fuck with. I know it's not going to be, but still. I would find it entertaining if it was so. Oh, holy shit. Yeah, I think that's all I need to say. Actually, yeah, I probably would agree with that, Orion. It deserves best score. That's about it. Outer Worlds is only nominated like 1, 2. I know it's nominated more than this. 2. Is it just 3 times? 3. I think it's only nominated 3 times. Which is also stupid. Like, for the game that's like Game of the Year, Death Stranding has 10 nominations. Let's just look. I'm gonna do this for the hell of it. So let's look. Death Stranding has 10 nominations, right? How many does Control have? Control has 8 nominations. Let's see how many Resident Evil has. Resident Evil has 4 nominations. Whoops, my bad. Smash Brothers has 3 nominations. What about Sekiro? Sekiro has 5 nominations. And the Outer Worlds has 4 nominations. Actually, I think Smash has the least amount of nominations, actually. Yeah, Smash only has 3. Which is fucking stupid. So, of the fucking... I find that even crazier, yo. Of the Game of the Year nominees, Death Stranding has the most nominations. Followed, I believe, by Control. Then I think it's like Resi 2. And then I think it's like Outer Worlds, Sekiro, then Smash. Smash has the least nominations. Ugh. We'll see. We'll see. But I think I'm done with that. I didn't expect to spend the whole fucking hour complaining about this, but like Jesus Christ. I'm sick of it. I can't even comprehend. I hope that's true though. That like he gave him so many nominations so like so that he wouldn't end up winning Game of the Year. That would be nice. I don't know if I fucking believe it, but it'd be nice. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling some type of way. I'll be real with you. I'm just sick of this shit. I do want to casually... The racing games was just... hold on a second. The racing game, I saw Crash in there, which I know is what Richie cared about. Crash being the only, like, kart racer in there. They didn't even put Sonic in there. I think it's literally... They mixed it. It was sports and fucking racing game. Yeah, that's what they did. So it's Crash, Dirt Rally, Pro Evolution Soccer, F1 2019, and FIFA 20. We'll see what happens, Jory. I would like it. I would like the right game to win, but we'll see. We will see. So only time will tell. But we're gonna get off of that real quick because there's nothing else I really care to touch on as far as that nonsense is concerned. At this point, we'll just find out. Vote for the game you believe deserves the win, and let's hope that it wins. Because if it doesn't, we're gonna deal with a bunch of bullshit. And hopefully, fucking, there's some good announcements. Because if they're not, man, people are gonna be pissed. So I think I don't know if I really want to touch on it because I don't know how long this is gonna how long I want to go for, but I guess Juice made a couple of opinion videos. One of which was talking about like when the line should be drawn for like games on Switch, because he just recently bought Hellblade as an example. And then the other one I believe was like unpopular gaming opinions. The only reason why I kind of want to address the whole when the line should be drawn, I don't know. I feel a certain type of way about yeah, Problem has a bomb ass OST, but what are you gonna fucking do, unfortunately? But I kind of want to address the whole when the line should be drawn for ports. Oh, have a good night, Chidori. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate the support, man. The line should be drawn for ports because I think my first thing is like I guess to give you backstory on his whole Hellblade thing, is he said it's an impulse buy and everything, but like, if you guys know Juice from the podcast, you know that Juice is very well known for like not playing in portable mode much. He rarely I've never played Grand Blue Fantasy. I love Pokemon. The Pokemon OST is pretty good. I fucking enjoy the shit out of it. It's gonna take me a while before I found which ones are like my true bangers, but there are definitely some good songs there. Oh, what Induo made it? What about Juice's opinions about the whole when what's the cutoff line for when they shouldn't? Oh, about Juice's video. Really? I didn't fucking know that. Wow. I don't know. See, okay, so here's the thing, because it's not like I can't really judge for myself as far as Hellblade's concerned, because I don't have any interest in the game, and I have no interest to buy it. Like I had no interest in the game, and I don't, so I can't confirm or deny his opinion on the game being blurry and not worth the port. I don't. The problem I have with that whole question and why because he says, oh, well, Hellblade wasn't really worth it. As I would say, if people enjoyed the game and prefer playing it on that platform, I think it's worth the time and effort. I don't even think it has anything to do with the fucking resolution, because I mean, we were playing games at like 480p, 360p back in the day. Like, I think as long as the game still resembles its original version, it's fine. Witcher 3 still resembles its original self. It's pared back, but it's not like they added in new loading screens or changed the geometry completely to where you can't even recognize the area anymore. Like, there were sacrifices made, but it wasn't anything crazy. And I think, it was funny when Juice, because to me, like, I understand, I know Juice well enough to know that, like, Juice doesn't even play in handheld mode, which is why I thought it was weird that you like rebought a game that you don't play for a version of it, for a mode of it that you have no interest in 90% of the time. Now, granted, I understood part of it was to support the developers, and he wanted to see for himself, because he was basing off of other people's opinions, that like the handheld mode of Hellblade was great. But I also recognize that like you played it on PC, so it was gonna come off as a downgrade regardless. And he uses Doom as like the counter example because he didn't have the same issue with it. And I'm like, well, I mean, that is different developers. That's realistically what it is, and people inherently disagree with that idea. I can look up Induo's account. I think I spelled it wrong though. Yeah, I did spell it wrong. Fuck me. That is not the Induo I was looking for. He's always hard to find, particularly because his channel isn't like easily available. But it's fine. I'll grab it real quick. But like for me personally, I was just kind of like, I feel like he's not, nothing against him, but I feel like he's not the best person to have that conversation, particularly because like you already don't like, as much as I don't know if he'll ever admit it, but I don't think Juice is very like indifferent about the whole oh, thank you for sending me the link. I appreciate it. I don't think Juice is super keen on like the handheld nature of the Switch. Oh yeah, the Goose Game is definitely gonna get the fucking, is gonna get his vote. I already knew that was gonna happen. So like he already doesn't like playing in handheld that much. So I was already kind of like, for him, a person who doesn't like playing in handheld mode, why would you even care about like the handheld version of a game? But I think realistically, I think he just needs to understand that, like, at least in my opinion, oh yeah, gamers are losing their way. Oh shit, did he roast this man? How long is this video? If this video isn't long, I almost want to like watch it. Would you guys be cool with us doing kind of like a live listen to this shit? Cause I'm curious how he did it. Cause like, I just don't agree with that idea that like, that games aren't worth it, especially because that shit's subjective. Like, realist. Like, I'll give you an example. Cuphead. I think. Let me check real quick. I don't remember, but I think it's somewhere around like 20 hours or so in Cuphead. Let's check, because I legit don't fucking remember. But Cuphead came out originally on PC and Xbox, and I had the option to get it on PC at the very least, and I never fucking did. I never got it on PC. I have 35 hours in Cuphead. I have 35 hours in Cuphead, right? And I had two other options to buy that fucking game. And I chose to buy that on the less powerful system. Now, granted, Cuphead's a better port because it's not as demanding on the console. But my whole thing is like, I'm not the type to rebuy games on similar systems of the same generation. The only game I think I've done that with is probably Shantae. I bought that on the 3DS. I bought all the games on the 3DS, and then I bought it again on the Wii U when Half Genie Hero was first coming out. And for me personally, I was like, I do that for that game because I love that series to death. And I knew that was going to play well. But like, for Juice, a person who's known for not liking... Oh, you bastard. Don't put all this shit on here. But for Juice, a person who's known for like not liking third party. Fuck me, no. But for someone like Juice who's known for not liking playing in handheld mode, buying one just didn't make sense to me. But that's a personal opinion. But you know what? Fuck it. You guys say you want to watch it, so let's watch it.
What's going on YouTube? This is your boy like one half Enduro.
Tell me if you can hear it properly.
I saw a video and I watched a little bit of it, didn't watch a lot, so I'll be preface of I'm ignorant of watching the whole video. But it did spark off something to me because I saw other videos about this.
Let me know if you can hear it properly.
In the past, and still happening to this day from other channels. So as most people know, I used, and it's so messed up how far a lot of people we used to chill with, talk with, and the far between now. And so the catalyst of the video was Terminator Juice video that he produced today called "Third Party is not worth this third party game, not worth the sacrifice" on the Switch. Okay, so that's what he says. He got his opinion. You can go watch the video. Like I said, I'm not subscribed to him no more because, and if Juice ever listens to this, I reached out to you before when we had Google Plus to talk, when you had to talk about the drought and everything in 2017, 18, and you didn't respond back, and same thing on your channel. So it's like, you know what, hey, if you don't want to talk, that's cool, but I calls it as I sees it. So with this little video here, as you look at my physical collection, I want to look at the way he said, I want to say this. As much as he and other people are saying that they're gamers, and I'm not doubting that they are, they play games, but it's such a twist from, how should I say this? To a switch from the Wii U to the Switch. It's so weird to me myself how these games do it. These gamers, I should say, still do it. I'm sorry, my apologies. Gamers do it. It's weird to see how they change. He was talking about, I think it was, what game was, sure,
He's talking about Hellblade, Indio.
Why
did he do it
this way? He was talking
way?
about coming to the Switch. And he said it wasn't worth it. And I can't,
Oh,
let me see
The
if I can
Witcher?
find
Is that what he's talking about? Witcher 3?
out. Okay, so the game he was talking about was Hellblade.
Okay, he's talking about Hellblade. I thought he was talking about Witcher.
This, to me, is just weird.
Look like he
bought it. He said he don't like how he looks in portable mode, and if it's worth it to buy these third-party games for a hybrid console. Now, my thing is this: what the heck? This is why you say Wii wasn't that powerful, blah blah blah, as people said in the past. We know they ain't. That's not the case. I already debunked that many times. But Juice and all the others, it was cool with how the games come out, and it was all right. Oh, all right. They didn't care, but now you care about when it looks in portable. And he's not done this one. He's done multiple times with other games I've seen. Talking about Xenoblade 2, and I'm like, I play the game for fun. Has been, always been. If the game is glitchy in the graphics, so I mean by that, like you're clipping and all kind of stuff, then okay, you have a legitimate gripe. If it's super much.
Okay, so I see where he's going with it. He's like, why? Which is fair. I think it's a fair criticism. Although Juice does say in the stream that like it doesn't like that you can still enjoy something and criticize it. But I get where Indio is coming from. Like, why all of a sudden the obsession with like the visuals for a game when Nintendo gamers for the longest time was always talking about gameplay over graphics. Why are you now all of a sudden sweating? And then, like I said, for Juice, well, I know Juice was dislike this, but he won't see it though, because he doesn't watch Indio for nothing. To be fair, I don't watch Indio for nothing. Nothing against him. I just don't. I don't come to his channel like that. But I get it. I get his critique that like, realistically, who gives a fuck? Like, because it's so opinionated. And the problem that's gonna happen with modern gamers is that like a lot of modern gamers want like this fucking echo chamber to where it's like, if me and you don't have the same opinion, you need to get out of my group because I need everyone to agree with me. I would like to say Juice isn't like that. I don't believe he is. At the same time, I also don't think. Sometimes I think Juice says shit that like doesn't make sense to me. But that's part. I feel like that's part of the friendship. If you can't like disagree with your friends, then why the fuck are you even friends? I guess like you should be able to call each other out on their bullshit. And like realistically, I was like, bruh, I when he first told us in chat, he was like, I bought Hellblade on the Switch. I was like, why? Like, to be fair, I think I would have said the same thing about Doom. I was like, why? It's kind of hard because of how he is, but yeah, his whole thing is like, why are you sweating visual so much. Like how Xenoblade Chronicles 2 kind of looks like ass on portable mode. To be fair though, screenshots make it look way worse than what it actually looks. Like when I was playing it, I never had any of those issues. But Juice's argument is that like it still looks bad in portable mode. Like, and I get it, but like, who cares? And I think that's Induo's point. Who the fuck cares? Are you having fun with the game? Did you enjoy the game? Yeah. Then who the fuck cares? So I get it. I get the point he's going for.
Buddy, okay, your legitimate gripe. Again, everybody's opinion, so I get that. But to get a game that ran mostly like Hellblade, I play Hellblade on the PC. I think that's the best place to play on. And for you to say Hellblade don't look in portable mode, then there's a simple answer. Play it on in console mode, dock mode. That's the answer to me. But again, your money, you do what you want to do. But
see, that was probably the problem in the first place. Juice specifically bought it for a mode he doesn't care to like play, which is what I thought was weird. Like even when he bought it, he even says in the video it was because the only reason why he wanted to start playing more in portable mode was because he put new back plates on the Switch. But I'm like, that's not a reason to start playing in portable mode because it visually looks good. To me, it isn't. Like realistically, don't buy a game that because here was the kicker is that he already played and beat it, and and his reasoning was to support the developer. But I'm like, I get it, but I also don't think I didn't see the point in it. Like, because you already bought the game on PC, so it's fine. Like you already supported the developer by giving them money on the PC. So like you didn't need to give them money again. It was almost like I think Juice just wanted to try it and he wanted an excuse. And if he really cared enough, he could call and get a refund. Like you could call Nintendo customer support and get a refund. Now I can understand Induo's point. It's like, bruh, if you don't like the way it looks in portable mode, either dock it or get a refund. He could probably get a refund if he called. I don't know if Juice will call. I'm just saying he could. I get Induo's point though. This shit seems really weird and arbitrary that you like didn't like the visuals, especially when like he's the only one saying it. Like everyone else who's played I don't know how many people have actually played Hellblade on Switch, but like I have not heard that complaint whatsoever. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Also, because he's such a fan of Digital Foundry, and like he still wanted to go buy the game, so I don't know.
But this is killing me. Like the funny. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example of a game that I don't play portable mode. Oh, it's over there. So you guys gotta have to walk with me. But there are some games. I know there's one here. I think it's this one. Yeah. I don't play this game portable mode. Not because it don't look good. No, don't get me wrong. Okay, it looks good in portable mode to me, and I don't have a problem with it. It's because the controls are better on the console. To me, that's my gamepad, and have a big screen and play it. That's why I play it. I don't play this game portable mode. Here's another game I don't play portable mode. This game. I don't play this game portable mode. I play it on a dock. There's a reason. There's some games I play on a dock for a certain reason. Excuse me. Trying to keep my hands for it. For a certain reason. Let me see. What are games I know I have here?
The problem, static, because the issue isn't that. The problem in Juice's situation was he bought it specifically to play in portable mode. Like, that was the only reason why he bought the game, is because he heard it looked good in portable mode, and he was hoping it would be like how Doom was, where Doom was in portable mode, and he thinks Doom looks great in portable mode. He thinks it looks worse in dock mode. He was hoping Hellblade would be another Doom situation, where, like, he would only want to play it in portable mode. I don't know, for me, that's like the weirdest reason to buy a game. I've never bought a game to play it in a certain mode. Like, I've only bought games to play. But it's your money, you buy it for whatever reason. I'm just saying, like, the moment you put out complaints is the moment you allow yourself to be critiqued by them. So it's like, you can't get mad when people try to get at you, which is what he's doing. This is what Indio's doing. He's like, you're out of your fucking mind. Why didn't you just buy the game to play it where you want to have fun? It doesn't make sense from Juice's stand. It really doesn't. Because you already supported the game. You bought it for like this weird specific thing just to see your custom custom Switch in portable mode. But you don't like playing in portable mode. So you tried to get a game that you liked on PC, on Switch, to make you want to play it in portable mode more consistently. Like, it's like, Jesus Christ, why? It's a personal preference, I agree. But like, to be real, just to be fair, it just seems like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? That's so much. And Crystal Alchemist is gonna be on this Grand Blue stuff all day, yo.
I do not play.
Hey man, I might get kicked off the podcast for this one.
I play portable mode. I play exclusively portable mode. I don't play.
It's not hate. You y'all asked me to react to it. I wouldn't even have known.
See, no.
I dead ass wouldn't even have known about this game if y'all hadn't said that.
Just double checking here.
I'm out this video.
I play Xenoblade on portable mode and it doesn't bother me that much. Looking here. Oh, well, I don't play this game. I play this on a Wii U. Of course, I play this on a Wii U. And the best way to play this game is on the dock. I don't play this portable mode. I do not play this portable mode because I like
having
the controls and everything on for the
because I want to like
TV.
give him
That's
the credit since
I just like it.
to the video.
Another game I play portable mode. That I don't play in portable mode. I should say. Sorry. Chasers. Nope. When I played these games, I am gonna play them. There's one of the game, but one of the games for definitely I've not even touched playing portable mode with. Basically, you can see it's on my my custom Switch. It's basically this game right here. I don't play this on portable mode because of the controls. I like it. I like playing with the GameCube adapter. That's what you see right there. I like playing with that. This is game for sure. I don't play on portable mode because I just like it like this. I like it on the big screen. That's why I like it. So yes, I put my games on the dock. That's what I do. So it's kind of weird that's your gripe, and the answer is very simple. If you these are the guys who say they do research and everything and all that stuff. If you're gonna play the game mostly portable mode, don't buy the game. You know my stance. If you don't like it, don't buy it. It's up to you to do your research. It's so funny how a lot of people don't want to take responsibility for their own research, say whatever stuff. Also, I take responsibility on this game right here.
I just put Induo's video in the comments. It'll probably refresh when this is done, but still, I just wanted to be stated. So his stuff is in there. So if you want to check the video out on your own, you can.
Let me see. Where is it? This one. I took responsibility on this. I jumped the gun on this one. Is it a good? You guys know about this game? I should do the dang on. It's so long ago, but I jumped the gun on this game. I took responsibility. I'm the one who messed up. But you know what? They did a good port, but I wish they did the exact port they did on the 3DS. Right there, I wish they did the 3DS port better over to that, but it didn't. So I took the L on that. That's me messing up, and I took the L on that. What's going on with these gamers now? I don't get it. That's just so weird. It really is. So that's your answer is simple. Play it on the dock mode. If not, just do your research and then you think to play the game. I mostly buy games for fun, and like I said, the games I really play on the dock mode is because of the controls. I like playing with the Pro Control and stuff like that. Cause just like not Fire Emblem, cause I've not played it. What game was I gonna say? Son of a gun, think. Oh yes, like some of the arcade games I have on my Switch. My the Neo Geo arcade games and stuff, like Mark of the Wolves. I'm not playing it on my console. I'm not playing it on portable mode. I'm playing the console because of the controller once again. There's a couple games that I have that just works very well on that on the dark mode. So it's just weird. And like I said, it uses the catalyst. There's other people I've seen say the same thing too. You guys are gamers. You're spending all this money. Like again, this right here is a lot of money you seeing right here of games. Tons of money. The worth of games right here. The games that some games that people have not even bought or whatever. Tons of money. It's gone. You're spending this money. Do your research.
How do you feel about looking at a Wii U box for 15 minutes?
This is
a struggle, isn't it?
I did a lot of research on that TV. I did a lot of research on the stand the TV's on. Hell, I did research on the daggone fan. I did research on a lot of stuff that's in my game room. The chairs, the sofas that I have. Like, why can't we do that and figure out what we need? You guys are spending this money on this console stuff. Well, make it worth it. So, I don't get it. I don't think this rights to LBCs, not really. It's just weird how certain gamers now, like I said, it's like they used to have no problem. Same thing with Red Knight. Have no problem now with it's like when the Wii was game bashed, you guys wanted to be the White Knights. That's what it sounds like to me. And then now that the Switch is popular, now you're like, okay, everybody's liking it, so I don't like it now. I don't like certain aspect of it. Is the Switch a perfect console? No. Was the Wii a perfect console? No. The Vita. I got Vita games. I got a Vita console. Was it perfect? No. Wii. No. GameCube. No. Super NES. No. No console was perfect. None. Never, ever was perfect. Because everything has a problem. That's why I always say there's no perfect. Alright? It's weird. You look at the stuff, you buy what you like, see what it works with you, and you take it. Everything has its strengths and its weaknesses. I am not doubting that.
I feel like it's going to go into a
because
tangent.
Look at again, the Wii U, everybody bashed the Wii U because, it's a Wii console. No, it could have played the same things, but the Switch proved that developers, gamers is bullcrap. Again, this was way more optimized than this to play these third-party games. And again, there are third-party games that are built very well for the Switch, like I played it in both. Let me see. This one right here, love this game. One of my game of last year. Love this game right here. This is an awesome game. That was on. I played portable and console, and they did a great job of bringing it over. Love that game. And I could go through a list because again I have so much Switch games. I have more downstairs. But yeah, so it's just weird how people are getting now. So look, on a serious note, really, just for anybody who doesn't listen to the channel and for new to my channel, because I've been getting a lot of subscribers. Look, I'm a person who don't care what you game on. I don't care what your game is. Hey, I got problems with Death Stranding, but if you like the game for the reason you bought it, I have no problem against you doing it because you like what you like, you buy what you buy. But for you to gripe and moan for the stupidest stuff, like, come on, man, it's ridiculous.
Which I think gets back to the crux of the issue. It's a fair complaint, and you're allowed to have your opinion, but like, realistically, like, most people look at you and be like, bro, why did you even buy the game? Like, I'm gonna be real with you. It's such a weird, because what he wanted it for was such a weirdly specific thing. And once again, this is the last time I'll give context for it. He already played Hellblade to get-go. I want that to be said. He bought Hellblade on PC, played it, loved it, raved about it, right? When the Switch version was announced and came out, he was like, cool, but he didn't get into it, right? He had no interest whatsoever in buying it because he thought it looked like it wasn't going to be worth the time or effort. And then we come down to this weekend where, like, all of a sudden he saw it on sale and said, well, people said it looked good in portable mode. A mode that, by the way, he barely plays in. But it looks good in portable mode, so I'm going to buy it specifically. That was what made it weirder. He specifically bought it for a mode he's not known for playing in. And his reason was because either A, he hoped to be like Doom, where Doom looked good in handheld but not good in docked, he was hoping it was the same case with Hellblade, where Hellblade looked good in portable and not good in docked. And to also so he could see his handiwork on his modded Switch. And I was kind of sitting there and I was like, that is a weird fucking reason to buy. And then obviously to support the developer, which I think is a flawed thought process, because technically once you buy the game, you've already supported the developer. And I was like, I get it and fine, but like, why would you do that? Like, why? That's such a weirdly specific reason. And so now today, he made it. Well, actually yesterday, because it's midnight, he made a video. Yeah, pretty much he wasted money the way he views it, because it doesn't look in portable mode. It doesn't look good in portable mode, which was his main concern. It made his eyes blurry, which is fine. But I can understand in Duo's point where it's like, well, that seemed like a stupid reason to buy a game in the first place. I'm just saying, like, realistically, when putting in all that in the account, and he says, and you can go look at Juice's videos to look at it. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? I don't know. We're gonna finish this video up and then we're gonna call it a night, because I do have to work tomorrow.
Again, I have specials. You can see up there, 3DS specials, PS special box, PS Vita, 3DS, Switch, Wii U, Switch again, Wii U, Breath of the Wild. Look at all this. Wii U again. There you go, Vita. Like, I don't. Good game's a good game if it holds up. If it's not broken, it don't have crazy microtransaction. The game ain't not glitchy, buggy mess, and it's a genre that I like. Or even if I don't, because every gaming, I did a video. You guys should check it out, called "Why I Hate Gamers Now," to share that I don't care. I have an eclectic style of gaming. I love all games, no matter what it is. If it's fun. And it's good, and if it's fun and it's good, I don't care the genre as long as it's fun and I enjoy it. Hey, there's some games that might not be super fun, but the story's intriguing. A couple, these eight, these eight, the one I just showed you, that was pretty. The story is good. The game was fun. The story is good. I'll give you that. Fire Emblem, the story is but the action is great. Sonic, of course. Star Fox, like it, Breath of the Wild, like it has lack of story, but I love the fun of the game. I love the fun of the game. Xenoblade 2, the story's alright. I have said my gripes about it in the past. Unlike other people, I don't make multiple videos to say my gripes in the past, but the game is fun, including Golden Country Eterna. Love Golden Country Eterna. Yeah, I mean, you could just look at it. Look at that Pokemon collect. You can look at the collection in 3DS. The different styles of game. Vita, different genres of game. The Wii, different genres of game, from clowning around having fun to shooter, which is this was the best version of the daggone game. Sad enough. To Call of Duties and stuff. Yeah, there's a good example. These games did not look graphically great on the Wii U. I will say that. But you know what? Them suckers were fun, and I enjoyed it. That's why I bought it. That's why I bought the same thing on the freaking where was it? Call of Duty on the Wii U, on the Wii U too, because it was Black Ops to me was one of the best Call of Duties I ever played. But from the Mario to the Mad World to the Master Demon Blade, Sakura Warriors, which is basically a Sims kind of action game, Okami, Resident Evil, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom fighting, No More Heroes, fighting. Like, I always do different genres. Always have, always gonna be. So find a genre, look it up, do your research, enjoy the game.
It was mainly
this is why
about
the industry
the
right now is
VGAs,
soulless.
Damien.
It's very soulless. I've said it was gonna happen, and it's happening because it's just people not playing games for fun no more. So it is what it is. I will catch you guys in the next time. Like I said, I've basically got my podcast kind of situation set up in a way, so I am gonna be doing that, of course. But with that now, you keep a lookout, because I did say December you're gonna see some cool stuff from me. So we'll see how that works out. But with that said, guys, You know what I always say? There's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy your games on all consoles and even PC. Peace out.
Yeah, and Duo kind of goes into like a tangent, and it kind of makes everything kind of not blend together. I don't know how to describe it. Like sometimes I feel like he kind of goes too far and kind of misses the point. But I mean, I get the idea he was going for. I just feel like it took him way too fucking long to get there. Um, but yeah, I mean, I get it. I think Juice is allowed to have his opinion. I'm not saying he's not, but you know, he also when you make videos like that, but the videos he was making, the video he made essentially allows anybody to be like, "Yo, what the fuck are you talking about?" Because like any normal person would have looked at him and went, "Bro, why did you even get the game? like, 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 why did you get the game? Like, realistically." It just seemed like a weird ass reason. I mean, it's not even about preference of what version you like to play it in. Also, the fact that a lot of people disagree with him. Like a lot of people enjoyed it in portable mode. So I don't know. I just thought like I said, as long as the cutoff point should be when the game, for me, the cutoff point should be when the game turns into something completely different. When you have to add in loading screens, you have to change level design completely. I mean, taking out some bushes and some grass isn't really hurting anything. Uh, but when you have to change the game so much to where it doesn't look recognizable anymore, that is when it's not worth it. But like Hellblade, you know what? Fuck it. Let's to end this off because I've already gone for too fucking long anyway. Might as well. Hellblade. We're probably not gonna find portable mode, but I'm gonna try to find it. Because he asked in our Google chat of what we thought about the game visually, and I was like, it didn't look bad in my opinion. Contra Network has a video, but that's not really enough. But see if I can. Well, this looks like handheld mode. Let's do that. Well, it's just the first 10 minutes though. That didn't help. And also, I think he screwed himself because you played the better version of the game. Like, who plays the like? I wouldn't downgrade for the fuck of it. I have to downgrade because I want to play it portably, or I want to play it on the go. Like, I can't think of any game I've actually bought on the Switch that I already owned, except for maybe some Wii U ports. I guess this will be it because I can't find. There aren't a lot of. I mean, it's hard to capture Switch handheld footage, but Contra Network is pretty reliable source, so I appreciate him and his dedication.
Stadia is the games you're looking for.
No, shut up. And we'll end it with this. I just want to see, cause like he showed it to me and clocked it, and I was kind of like, eh, look. And me and him were like, yeah, it looks fine. Like me and clocked it were like, it looks fine to me. And then he went on fucking Twitter and was like, I don't know how you can say this looks fine. So this is handheld. Now this is early. I kind of want to get into a more open area. I don't want this cutscene shit. I think this is... Fuck you. I didn't see really that much of a problem with this visually. Now granted, this is early game, so this may not be the best representation. I don't know what frame rate this is supposed to be. Oh, this is 480p. Let's crank that bitch up to 1080 60. I don't know. Like I said, this may not be the best representation because it's only the first 10 minutes. But it doesn't look bad to me. Personally, I mean. Oh, the Stadia was the other thing I was going to talk about. Fuck me. Oh well. We'll save it for later. I'll be off. I'm only working Monday through Wednesday, and then after that, I'm off until like next Tuesday. So we got time to do other things. But like I said, this may not be the best representation because this is early game. But like, I don't know how else to show it. The only other way is there is someone playing it on handheld we could look at. But this doesn't look bad to me, is what I'm saying. Like, I don't really get the negative connotation. This is the only other way I can. This is the only other thing I see, and this obviously isn't great because we're looking at this on an angle. But even this doesn't look bad. It's kind of hard to see things because it looks darker when you get to a brighter area. And what? How? Damn it! Fucking ads. Yeah, I'll put it down. I'll put it as a side note down. He said there was like a certain section where you had to look at an R on the ground. But like, this doesn't look bad. I mean, obviously it looks downgraded, but it doesn't look bad. This is like literally the closest we can get to looking at handheld. See, like, this to me doesn't look bad at all. But he said playing this, it made his eyes watery. So it's all perspective. I don't think this is a lock 30. This is definitely kind of loose. But like I said, there was so much information online, you didn't have to just buy it. You could have just waited. But this definitely don't look bad to me. Yes, the ads always get us. But I'm gonna end it after this because I need to go. I might not take a shower tonight because it's fucking 12 o'clock in the morning. I may just go put my clothes in the dryer and take a shower when I get home tomorrow. Because it is cold as shit outside and I don't want to take a shower at 12 o'clock. I meant to end this earlier and shit happened. But like realistically, I'm just curious. Like realistically, does this look bad to you just from this experience? This is like part 3. So imagine you're like a couple hours into the game. Like, what are you guys' opinions in the chat? I'm just curious. It's too cold, Static. I can take one tomorrow. Fuck. But I'm just curious, before I get out of here, like, what are your thoughts and opinions? Like, of what this game looks like. What do you think? Well, obviously I'm going to brush my teeth. A shower and brushing your teeth are not the same thing. See, it looks fine. And that's what we expected. We expected a pared down version. You fucking savage. You can't take you anywhere, bro. Can't take you nowhere. Yeah, I live on the East Coast. It's not snowing, but it is cold. So my cold showers that I take, by the way, I've been taking cold showers since like the middle of this year, are especially rough. But like I said, it's Juice's opinion. He can do whatever he fucking wants. But like I said, when you put it online, you allow yourself to be critiqued by it, and this is just my opinion. I wouldn't have bought the game. That's if I was in Juice's opinion, I just wouldn't have bought the fucking game because, you know, if I was Juice, that means I already played it on PC. Or whatever. I feel like we spent an extra 30 minutes ragging on Juice, and the good news is that Juice doesn't watch these videos, so he'll never know unless I put it in the thumbnail. I might put the main girl from Hellblade in here and fucking like Jeff Keighley. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the main girl in Hellblade and fucking Jeff Keighley in the thumbnail. And that's gonna be the hint. So unless it comes up, if it comes up tomorrow, I'll bring it up. I'm not gonna like go out of my way But if it comes up tomorrow, it fucking. I'll bring it up in the chat. It might come up in the Juices Loose podcast. You don't fucking know. But I think we're done with that. So yeah, you got an extra long episode of the fucking another Manic episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's pretty fun. It was fun. I hope you guys helped. Like I said, in Duo's videos in the comment section. Shout outs to him because he's the reason why this video is long. Actually, shout outs to Juice and in Duo because it's thanks to both of them this video is longer than it should be. I'm gonna go to sleep. Actually, I'm gonna go put my clothes in the dryer and then I'm gonna go to sleep. And yeah, life's a game, play to win. Thank you guys for support. And you'll probably catch me. Actually, I'll go ahead and say it now. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate it or just have a good holidays in general. And I'm gonna get out of here. So yeah, pieces. Put Juice's head too. I'm not gonna put Juice's head. That's reckless. We're not sitting here dogging him like that. I put Hellblade. That should be enough of a hint. He just won't get to it if he only watches like the first 50 minutes. So yeah. Anywho, later days, guys. Thanks for the love and the support. Peace on.